A pontoon boat is supposed to lose value the second it leaves the dealer's lot. Thin aluminum, painted panels that fade in 2 summers, a warranty that dies the moment the original owner sells it to someone else. That's true for almost every pontoon sitting on the used market right now, and it's exactly why so many buyers assume a used pontoon is a boat you buy knowing you'll lose money on it. It is not true for 6 specific models, and the difference isn't luck, a lucky owner, or good weather. It is construction decisions you can verify yourself on the water before you ever sign anything. Let's start with number 6. Number 6, the Sun Tracker Party Barge. Johnny Morris built the original bass tracker concept on one idea: sell a complete factory-rigged package instead of making a buyer piece together a boat, a motor, and a trailer from 3 sellers who have never met each other and have no idea whether their parts will even fit together correctly. The Party Barge carries that same philosophy today, backed by what the company calls the Tracker Promise, a lifetime guarantee on the deck and structure, plus 5 years bow-to-stern coverage on everything else on the boat. Here's the number that actually matters. Sun Tracker has won the National Marine Manufacturers Association's Customer Satisfaction Award for pontoons 13 years running, through 2024. No other pontoon builder in the country has matched that streak, not once. On the used market, a well-kept party barge sells for a fraction of what the premium names on this list command, while carrying nearly identical peace of mind on the structure itself. Number 5, the Harris Crown 250. Harris has been in Fort Wayne, Indiana since 1957, one of the oldest continuously operating pontoon builders in America, and long enough that the company has genuine multi-decade service data behind every claim it makes. The Crown is their flagship, and it won an NMMA Innovation Award for something most competitors still haven't copied: fiberglass fencing around the deck instead of painted aluminum panels. Aluminum fades, dents, and chips within a handful of seasons of ordinary sun and dock exposure. Fiberglass doesn't. Harris describes every pontoon it builds as an integrated system rather than a pile of separately bolted parts, and that single material choice at the fencing is a real part of why used Crown 250s are currently trading for an average of $217,000, deep into the boat's production run, long past the years when most pontoons have already shed a third of their value. Number 4, the Starcraft pontoon line, built on hat channel crossmembers instead of the C channel most budget builders still use. Here's the difference in one sentence. A C channel only touches the deck at its edges. Starcraft's hat channel touches it across a full 6-inch base. Picture the difference between a shelf bracket screwed in at 2 corners versus one bolted flat across its entire width, and you understand exactly why one design flexes over years of wave impact while the other doesn't, especially on a lake that sees regular boat wake rather than calm water every day. Starcraft has been run by the same founding family since 1903, over a century now, longer than the founding families of most brands on this list have even been in the boat business at all. They back that construction with a limited lifetime warranty on the deck, tubes, and transom, plus 6 years on flooring and upholstery, spelled out component by component, rather than buried in vague fine print that leaves an owner guessing what's actually covered when a claim actually needs filing. You might be thinking the brand name is doing most of the work here, that a Bennington or a Harris just costs more because of the badge on the fence panel. The resale data says otherwise. A used pontoon from a brand with no documented structural warranty history typically loses value on a straight line, year after year, no matter how clean it looks in the listing photos. Every boat left on this list bucks that line specifically because a surveyor can go verify the exact claim being made, the weld, the crossmember, the fencing material, rather than take a dealer's word for it. That's the difference between a boat that's expensive because of marketing and a boat that's expensive because the construction earned it. If you've made it this far, subscribe, because the next three models are the ones that actually separate the pontoons worth buying from everything else on the lot. Number 3, the Barletta Cabrio. Barletta didn't exist until 2017, founded in Bristol, Indiana. The Cabrio launched for 2020. In under 5 years, it became the pontoon dealer's point to when a first-time buyer asks what actually holds up over the long haul, rather than just looking good on the showroom floor for one season. Every Barletta uses vibration isolation pads at every metal-on-metal touchpoint in the chassis, specifically so the boat doesn't develop the rattle and loosening that comes standard on cheaper bolted-together frames within a couple of seasons of normal use. The Cabrio runs a single I-beam crossmember, one step below the double I-beam on Barletta's pricier Corsa and Lusso lines, but still reinforced well past standard industry gauge, with the same reinforced nose cones protecting the areas of the pontoon logs that absorb the hardest impact at the dock. Backed by a 10-year bow-to-stern warranty plus limited lifetime structural coverage, a combination multiple independent dealers call the best in the entire industry, entry-level price point included. Number 2, the Crest pontoon line, built in the same building in Owasso, Michigan since 1957, longer than any other name on this list has stayed in one place without relocating production. Crest started as Morel Products under founder Maurice Schell before Mastercraft Boat Holdings bought it, a name that brings decades of performance boat engineering credibility to a category most people assume doesn't need any. 10-year bow-to-stern coverage, thicker gauge nose cones than the industry standard, and a quiet ride deck sealing system built specifically to stop the loose deck rattle that shows up on cheaper builds within a couple of seasons. Every Crest pontoon still comes off that same Owasso production line today, which means a warranty claim goes to the same team that actually built the boat, not a call center reading from a script written by someone who has never once stood on the factory floor. 65 years, one town, one warranty that's never had to change because the construction underneath it never needed fixing in the first place. Number 1, the Bennington 24 SSLX, and this is the one with a story worth hearing in full. One owner ran his 24 SSLX hard for 5 straight years. 0 warranty claims. Not one dealer visit for anything structural. Not a loose rail, not a soft spot, nothing. He credited it directly to Bennington's THRU-BOLT construction. Hardware bolted straight through a fully welded aluminum frame instead of rivets that work loose over years of wave slap and dock impact. Multiple dealers back this up independently. Bennington is the largest selling pontoon brand at retail in the entire country, and that sales volume is exactly why its resale numbers stay stronger than almost anything else on the water. A boat this many people already own is a boat with a deep, active resale market waiting for you the day you're finally ready to sell it, rather than a boat you're stuck advertising for months to a shrinking pool of interested buyers who all want a discount for taking an unfamiliar name off your hands. That's the pattern behind all 6. Suntracker's 13-year award streak that nobody else has touched. Bennington's 5 years with 0 claims from a real owner willing to put his name behind it. Harris choosing fiberglass over aluminum at the one-point competitors still cut corners. Starcraft choosing a wider crossmember instead of the industry standard narrow one. Crest and Barletta both backing their construction with warranties that actually mean something years down the line, instead of expiring the moment the paint loses its shine. None of that happened by accident, and none of it shows up in a listing photo or a walkthrough at the dock on a sunny Saturday afternoon when every boat on the lot looks equally impressive. It shows up years later in a survey report in a warranty claim that either gets honored or doesn't, in a resale listing that either moves in a week or sits untouched for months while the asking price quietly drops. One thing worth knowing before you lean too hard on any of these warranties: structural coverage almost never means unconditional coverage. Every manufacturer on this list excludes damage caused by electrolysis and galvanic corrosion, the slow eating away of aluminum that happens when dissimilar metals sit in the water together without proper anodes, and most exclude damage from improper winterization or storage on a lift versus sitting in the water year-round. None of that makes the warranty worthless. It means the warranty covers what the builder actually controlled, the weld, the crossmember, the frame, and it does not cover what an owner did or did not do after taking delivery. Ask for the actual anode replacement history on any used pontoon from this list before you assume the structural warranty alone protects you, because a boat with corroded anodes and no replacement records can void that coverage entirely, regardless of how good the underlying construction is. One thing to check before you buy any of them: confirm the structural warranty transfers to a second owner in writing, because most only protect the original buyer, and a non-transferable lifetime warranty is worth far less to you than it was to whoever bought the boat new. Press on the deck near the gate hinges and along high-traffic walking paths for soft spots, the kind that gives slightly under your heel like a floor with a rotted joist beneath it. Check the pontoon logs for dents or corrosion at the nose cones, and pull engine records separately from hull records, since the two are rarely serviced on the same schedule by the same person. Do that, and one of these 6 will still be worth exactly what you paid for it years from now, when the bargain bin pontoon parked next to it is already sitting in a scrapyard with a denied warranty claim and a resale listing nobody wants. Which one surprised you? Tell me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.